Hey everyone, figure I might as well get on here and start doing a little bit of video blogging since Vicky and I have been doing plenty of written blogs. Past weekend, Saturday, we went down to Boston to the Game Plan event. Had a great time, got to see a lot of great people I've met before, meet some new people, Chris Gardner, who else did we get to meet down there? Chuck Waterman gave a great little speech. The Caswells, Audrey and John, it was great seeing them and meeting them for the first time. Tons of people, tons of people. Oh, most importantly, Carl Deichler, the CEO of Beachbody. Amazing man, really motivational. Larry Zimberg, who did most of the game plan training with Denise Needham. They did an outstanding job. Some great tips, which I'll go over in a minute here. I've got those written down. And who else do we have? Erica Brule and Ed Granado, who did the organization and planning for the event. Did a really bang-up job. I think everybody enjoyed it, and lots of energy coming out of there. The game plan event, I actually posted Carl's opening remarks on the YouTube channel, so if you get a chance, check those out, and you'll see what kind of outstanding motivation Carl has, and just the energy coming from him after talking to him it's infectious. They opened up. Mike French and Mark Briggs did the business opportunity briefing. Those guys did a really outstanding job. We had some prospects in the room, and you know, of course, if you can tell it's well-polished brief, they know what they're talking about and hit the high points. We took a little break. Vicky, my mother-in-law, and I, and Tammy French made shakes for everyone before they get out there, and those were a big hit. I was surprised. A lot of people were anxious for the greenberry. That went over really well. Did a simple sunrise surprise greenberry with the orange juice in it, and some ice and just straight greenberry, and that was a big hit. From there, they actually moved on to the game plan training, which Larry ran through. It was about 5 hours, 6 hours worth of training. Outstanding advice. I'm looking that way because Vicky's sitting next to me, and she's laughing. Since I'm a goober on the TV. You know, I mean, really what Larry's trying to emphasize, and as he said, he's nothing new here. He hasn't invented anything. He's just passing on lessons he's learned. And if you read any of the personal development books, whether it's Jeff Olson's Slight Edge, Jim Rohn's stuff, Stephen Covey's The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, it's really the realization that the only person you can change is you. Whether it's fitness, your financial goals, through the coaching, business opportunity, your education, whatever it is, it's really you, and it's about understanding that the change starts with you. It's not somebody else's fault. You know, it's not, you know, I'm unhappy because this person. The only reason you're unhappy is because of you and the choices you make. And Larry really touched on those things, you know, using things like, you know, I got in the way when talking about the presentation and opportunities. And really, when he got into the game plan training, he's more specific things like, really it's about talking less to people and really learning to listen. So often we're full of energy and we want to share this experience with everybody, so we get out there and we start talking away and then don't listen. It's really about listening to people. And Larry talks about the great example he uses, you know, be the commercial, don't be the movie. You know, be that little premiere that starts about upcoming attractions, not the whole thing. Let our third-party tools get out there and do that kind of stuff. He talked about a great system that we're actually looking at for following up with people and whatnot, using index cards and things like that, but I don't want to get into that on here. And, you know, really talked about things like duplication, which you'll see in a lot of different marketing businesses. You know, you don't want to be the linchpin that has to be there for everything that people do. You want them to learn and be able to go out on their own and do what they have to do, whether you're there, you're 1,000 miles away. So those are just some of the quick highlights he talked about. Talked about some of the good books out there, ones I've got to add to my list. Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. We got some great gifts when we were there. We got the Slight Edge by, if I uncover it here, Jeff Olson. And we also got a audio CD, Building Your Business, Your Network Marketing Business, by Jim Rohn, who just passed away recently. Great person in the business and personal development arena. So those are going to the list, as well as some of the other ones he mentioned. Larry talked about one of the big things is what this is, a grass fire. And if you think about it, imagine you're over the top of a field and that flame starts down. You know, people get really excited. Even, and this applies not only to the coaching business, but also to just fitness. You know, people get really excited. They get P90X, awesome box, awesome product, the nutrition guides, the workout guides, and whatnot. And you're stoked and you start. But then you that tends to smolder and moves out to the, simmers down, and it's learning to keep that fire going, that anxiousness, and working at the edges always. Whether it's working out, taking it to the next level, if you've gone through P90X, maybe it's the next thing, working out in a group, whatever it is that keeps that grass fire going for you. What else did we talk about? There's so much packed in there, it's hard to list it all out here. Some other highlights I'm trying to think of that were really cool. I don't know, but I would suggest also, I'm big on the personal development stuff. We got our subscription to Success Magazine. If you haven't signed up for that, whether you're working out or in the business, I would really suggest signing up for that. Great magazine, really high quality, and it comes with an audio CD every month, so you can get in your 15 minutes of audio every day. Just really good stuff in there, really motivational. Keep the energy up, keep the desire up, the attitude up. So I think I've babbled on enough for right now. Did chest and back tonight. Vicky, actually I'm going to keep going for a minute. Vicky did her 2 workouts today. One of the things we did, we sent out to all our customers under us. When we went to Tony Horton's fitness camp, he talked about lots of things for success, and he talked about laying out your workout plan, whether it's a year at a time, 6 months at a time, or 3-4 months, or a month at a time, whatever it is. What Tony does, he gets one of those big desk calendars, and he writes it out for for the month, I think maybe up to 3 months at a time. So we created a calendar, or Vicky did, I really should say, sent that out to everybody, and she's applying this practice herself. She's got a marathon she's training for, her first one. Woohoo! She's done a bunch of half marathons and a bunch of other crazy things like a Reach the Beach relay, which is a 200-mile relay, which I'll let her tell you about sometime. But she laid out her workout plans, her Beachbody workouts and her running workouts from now till the marathon in May. And it has that posted in the room here as well as downstairs in the kitchen, so she sees it wherever she goes. And that's what you need, whatever your goal is, whether it's business, financial, health, fitness, get that goal written down, put it up where you can see it every day, and make it happen. It's all about you. There's no one else. There's no other reason. It's making that commitment and sticking to it. So that's all I got to say. We'll see you soon.